Is your check engine light on? I have a 2006 Lincoln Town Car, and I have an error code of P0456, evaporative emission, it says. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fix it. If you have the same make and model car, it will probably work for you too. The Fords have the town cars, and the Crown Victorias, they all have the same line on it that I'm getting ready to show you here in 1 second. And this is the way you can fix it. Alright, this is pretty quick and simple here. This line that's right here goes to the back of your throttle body. That line always deteriorates and it gets all crumbly and powdery, and you can see all the cracks that are in it. And it's just the rubber that they use for this line. You know, these other lines over here, that this fuel line and all these other lines are fine. But this one line, it gets really porous, and it's just a suction line, and it lets outside air in, or the resistance, which makes the resistance go down, and triggers off this error code. And it's not really a problem. The car's going to run just fine. You can just drive down the road and put a piece of tape over that engine light, but it irritates me, and I'm going to fix it. So you can do one of two things to fix it. You can pull up these little clips right here, and you can take the whole line off, put little clips on both sides, and you can replace the whole line. I don't know if you can really get them from the factory or not. You might be able to pay an arm and a leg and get them, or you can just cut the line off here, and you can push a new piece of hose on there. Them are two options. So replace it all with brand new factory, or take off the hose and put new hose on it from the auto parts store. You're going to have to put some kind of loop in here, some kind of loop to go around to make that bend, or use a lot of hose to make a long loop, because it's going to kink. It's not going to be molded. Or third option, and you know me if you've been watching my videos, is what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the line off, and I'm going to wrap the whole thing with electrical tape. It's just a vacuum line is all it is, and I'm going to wrap it all real good, overlap the black electrical tape. It'll take me about 5 minutes to wrap the whole thing, and then put it back on. And then I'm going to reset the computer. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to take off the battery terminal right now, the negative battery terminal, and I'm going to leave it set off to the side while I'm doing this. And then after I do it, I'll hook the battery back up. All you need is about 15 minutes, and that will reset any trouble codes on the computer, and I will let you know if it comes back on. Alright, I thought I'd better show you, because these tabs are just a tiny bit difficult. You can get your screwdriver, or I'm just going to use my ignition key here to show you. You get these little tabs, and you can push them off to the side. You'll have to hold this one and then push this one off to the side, and that will unlock them. There, it's unlocked. So now the tab is up. Pull it up, but the line still will not come off. So what you're going to have to do is spread these little these little prongs here and pull the whole tab out. Try to do it all without breaking the little tab, and then this will come right off. So I've got the whole line off right now, and you can see my hands, see what my hands look like. This line is just deteriorating like crazy. So there might be a part number here. I can't really make it out. Where if you want to go buy one, maybe you could find it. But like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it. I don't have this line anyway in stock, so I'm gonna wrap it with black tape. All right, there's the line all wrapped up with the black tape. Of course, you wouldn't want to do this if it was any kind of liquid line, had any kind of any kind of fuel running through it or liquid running through it. But this is really a non-essential line. It's just a vacuum line, and this will work just fine. And you want to ask me how I know that this will work. I just had a cop car, same engine, in here for some repairs, and it had the same trouble code, exact same trouble code. And I found this line, and I did the same thing to it, and it was a year ago. The light still hasn't come back on. And you just reinstall it in reverse order. Push it right on. Just push the hose right on. See, looks good on there. Really, if you didn't know that was taped, you wouldn't even your eyes would not be drawn to it. Then you just push these clips back in. There we go. Clip. Give them a little tug, make sure that they're on there. Yep. See? Nice and neat looking. Now I will connect my battery cable back up. You always want to put your ground, tuck it in behind another wire or something where it doesn't make contact, because they have like a muscle memory. They'll come back to where they were before, and they'll eventually touch. All right, battery terminal is connected again. And every time I connect on this car, every time I connect my battery terminal, the radio comes on. Every time I disconnect it and connect it back, but it goes off when I open the door. Anyway, we'll go in here, start it up. And that little engine light will be insurmountable. Engine light will be off now. See, no engine light. So I have successfully cleared the code. And now, if there's still any problem, that light will come back on in the next day or two of driving. So I will keep you posted. Well, I have an update to the video. That taped up line there that I did, it didn't solve the entire problem. So after a day and a half, 2 days, the light come back on, the idiot light come back on. So I checked the trouble code again, and it was the same. It was the same code. So what I did was I opened up this line right here, the one that I had already taken off, and I filled this little valve up here, electronic control valve. I don't remember what it's called, the technical name for it, but it goes to the vacuum. It opens it up when you turn the ignition on and closes it when you turn the ignition off, and that's what the computer tests the back pressure on. So anyway, I opened that line up and I filled this up full of WD-40. I squirted it in there and lubricated it real well. Put the line back on. And then I went around over to my gas cap just to check it out. And I said, okay, well, let me see on the gas cap here. Let me see if there's any problem. So I went in this little check valve that's in here, right in the center, and I filled it up full of WD-40. Most I could put in there. I filled it up, sprayed it around. I sprayed it around this O-ring right here, the WD-40, and I cleaned off around the rim of the fuel cap. And then when I put it on, you know, you put it on and it clicks, but if you push in and twist it, you can get an extra bite on there. You can get an extra, you know, 1/8 turn or whatever. So I did that. It's been 4 days now and no code has been thrown. So one of them two things that I did solved the problem. So I hope that helps you out. Like I said, on that Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, all I did was tape up that line, and that was enough of a vacuum leak to go ahead and throw the code. So I'm letting you know what I did. 4 days, no trouble code, everything's running fine. Hope this helped you out. If you like my videos, if you like my content that I'm producing, please like, subscribe, and maybe comment. All right, thank you. You have a great day.